Independence was in this fifth place match last year and finished in fifth place as they look to do that again this season. But they will go up against the number 7 seed, Washington. And here in this first round, and up first at 100, and we're going to start this duel at 152 pounds. It's going to be Luke House from Independence as he will be taking on Trey Van Wielden. Welcome back, gentlemen. We're ready for action. We had a couple hours of a break. We got to see some good semifinal matches, and now we're ready to go in this fifth place match.
Well, you're right, Jamie. It's been a long day. You know, you get here, you have weigh-ins at 7 o'clock this morning, and you wrestle a couple of duels. Now it's 4:30 in the afternoon, and you've got to wrestle one more duel. And this is all about pride right here. Some of these seniors for Independence, it's going to be the last time they put on the singlet in their career. Hey, you want to go out a winner, so you got to get out after it. Nothing to leave on the mat, Zach. Yeah, you just got to wrestle.
You know, we'll see who really has it here this afternoon. It's pretty tough coming out here, having a small break, get some food in your body. It's gut check time like we talked about because it is tough having a small break and coming back and wrestling some pretty big matches.
Well, this is a huge match right here. We've got Trey Van Wielden. He's the coach's son from Washington. Van Wielden is a junior. He's 42-2 for crying out loud, an outstanding season. And he's taking on Luke House. And Luke House has had an exceptional year, too, as a senior, filled in that lineup and has done an exceptional job for Coach Michael Doyle. Van Wielden in on a double. House doing a great job countering. Van Wielden elevating House. House wrapped around the midsection of Van Wielden. 15 seconds left to go. No points yet. Great scramble situation. And Van Wielden's going to pop his head to the outside, cover up the hips of House, and it's a 2-point takedown with 5 seconds left. And Zach, you always hate to give up those points with short time left.
Yeah, he did a nice job of countering his shots there, and he was in a scrambled position. Unfortunately, got his hips too low and let him cut the corner there. So, you know, once again, 10 seconds left. We saw that last year, too. I know we talked a lot about that last year. It looks like it's coming here this year a few times, but they're doing a great job here.
Well, it's going to be Van Wielden's choice. He's going to defer over to House, and House will go down to start this. And, again, Van Wielden very tough on the top. Long levers, very long arms, long legs. Does a nice job by House. Short, stocky Luke House gets to his feet. He's going to split the hands of Van Wielden, turn and face him, and pick up a 1-point escape. It's 2-1 as we advance into the second period. Again, we just started weight class 158. We started the first duel this morning at 138, and then 145, now 152. So we're going to get right into the heart of that lineup, that Independence lineup. I'll tell you what, Washington has some good kids coming up. They've got at 160, Westfall Edwards is a freshman at 37-9. We'll see if we see that match with him and Jake Jewell, as that will be a first-round match tomorrow. So we'll see if we see that. We may not see it. Boy, nice elbow pass by House. He missed the mark on that single. Elbow pass. He passed it. He's bumping up that left arm of Van Wielden, but he can't find the handle to that right ankle.
Fifth meeting between Independence and Washington, as their first meeting was back in the 2010-2011 season. Independence has won all 4 previous meetings with Washington, as the first year was 51-25. In 2011-2012, it was 37-29. 2012-2013, it was 54-21. And in 2013-2014 season, it was 40-27 Mustang victory. So they've had their number to this point in their previous meetings.
Well, you hope they have their number one more time here, Jamie, in 2016. It's 2-1, second period. Van Wielden warned for stalling. House needs to keep the pressure on here, Zach. Another warning point, another stalling call here. That would be a tied-up match here. Tap and go by Wielden. Misses the mark. Elbow pass again by House. Got to create some motion with that elbow pass. Maybe to the left, then to the right. He's still diving in, trying to find that low single, trying to get to the laces of Van Wielden. Van Wilson doing a good job keeping him at bay. It's going to go to the third period, and it's 2-1. It's going to be Van Wielden's choice, and I expect him to choose down.
Take a look at the other brackets in Class 1A. Your championship duel will be between Lisbon and Alburnett. Third place duel is Sibley Ochiden and Don Bosco. Your fifth place match is Logan Magnolia and Westwood Sloan, and your seventh and eighth place match is Sigourney, Keota, and Lake Mills. In Class 2A, your championship match is Clarion Goldfield versus Assumption. Clarion Goldfield, a 3-point win over New Hampton. Assumption defeated Creston in the semifinals. So New Hampton and Creston will wrestle for third. Of course, Indy and Washington are here in your 5th place match. Your 7th place match is Albia and Sergeant Bluff Luton. Class 3A championship match, Southeast Polk taking on West Des Moines Valley. Johnston, that's in the championship. Johnston will wrestle Dubuque Hempstead for 3rd place. 5th place will be Cedar Rapids Prairie and Waverly Shell Rock. And for 7th place, it'll be Clinton and Indianola. As some matches here, as we're still at the same position here, as Luke House riding tough on top of Van Wielden. Other scores around the mats, as the only other dual meet that has any scoring is the Clinton-Indianola duel in Class 3A. Clinton leads Indianola 6-0.
Well, Jamie, it's surprising as you read through that list how many of those teams have wrestled each other already. I think this will be the 3rd or 4th meeting between Lisbon and Alburnett in the championship, and Southeast Polk and Valley wrestling each other again. So a lot of matchups there. Logan Magnolia and Underwood, I believe, wrestling from that same conference. So some outstanding battles going on for these placing matches. There's a stand-up by Wielden as House drops in on a single and back trips him. But I'll tell you what, he's stalling, guys. Van Wielden's just hanging on to this lead. Luke House needs to keep the pressure on. Riding. He's trying to set up a drive cradle. And he's got his head in the side. Let's see if he can lock up the hands of Van Wielden. He might end up giving him a one. Boy, drop that head right in that rib cage, Zach, and you might be able to lock those hands up. Bump him, put that forehead right in those solar plexus there, and curl up Van Wielden, maybe toss him to his back. You got 16 seconds. Let's get a stalling call, guys. House has been on top of Van Wielden this whole match, and now Van Wielden in a sit-out turn in, and 6 seconds left to go. The senior going to pick up a 2-point reversal on the edge. For crying out loud, it's going to be a 4-1 win. Holy cow! You warned Van Wielden in the first period, then he lays around for 2.5 periods as Seth House just beats him up, guys. No points to score there.
Yeah, he did, and that's at some point, if you're Seth House, you think there'd be a point there where he might cut him loose and try to go to work on his feet, but wasn't able to turn him, and the Mustangs are going to see themselves in a 3-0 deficit, as they've been in a deficit after the first couple matches in the previous 2 duels, so nothing new for them. As we move up to weight class 160, and we will see that matchup between Jake Jewell and Tristan Westfall Edwards. Again, this will be the first-round matchup tomorrow night at 6 o'clock in that Class 2A session between Jewell and Westfall Edwards.
Say what, guys, this Westfall Edwards is a freshman, but you look at his body there, Zach. You look at his build. I've never seen. He's not a normal freshman wrestling 160 looking like that.
No, he's got some pretty big arms, pretty big biceps there, and he's out there just nice and relaxed. He doesn't look like he's got, he's not out there basically backing down. He's going right at it right away. So this will be a good match here.
Boy, nice snap and go behind by Jewell. And Westfall Edwards probably has a head. Very tall, very lanky, 160-pounder. Jake Jewell, again, very short and stocky. Did a great job snapping the head down of Westfall Edwards and penetrating, hitting a nice shot for a 2-point takedown. He's up 2-1. We saw Drew Davis take on Tyler Abbas from Clarion Goldfield this morning. That will be a first-round match tomorrow. And now we're seeing this first-round match. And, again, a lot of coaches will nice double leg blast, double by Jewell as he gets in there and finishes it. Jamie, a lot of coaches will shy away from those matchups, but Coach Doyle and our coaches from Washington here, that would be Brett Van Wielden, not shying away from those matchups at all.
Oh, no, they're not. And, they're kind of saying, all right, well, because, you see both sides. If your kid's going to get beat, which you don't really know, but you may not wrestle that match. But, if you know it's going to be a close match, why not have them wrestle and see if there's some things you can work on before tomorrow night's session?
Well, you're exactly right. 39 seconds left to go, period number 1. Very active first period. Jewell up 4-2 with a nice snap and spin and then a great blast double. He takes the freshman down. The freshman's got 2 escapes. There's another snap and spin by Jewell. Nice duck under by Jewell in on the single. Jewell's going to pick up the right leg of Let me get that for us again. Westfall Edwards, thank you very much. and double leg takedown, but he couldn't keep his toes in there. Jake Jewell in on a double. 14 seconds left. What I like is the Independence Mustangs are getting after it, guys.
Oh, they really are. And, Jewell is one of those guys that, he has stopped the bleeding in the first two duels today. As, looking at those first two duels that Independence wrestled today, they were down 9-0 in the first duel against Clarion. And then in that second duel, they were down 10-0 before Jake Jewell came to the mat. So he's kind of that nose plug for a bloody nose. He just he's the one who puts the stop to those early deficits.
Yeah, and he's 2 for 2 with 2 falls, so that's even better because he's brought the Mustangs back. He's got the Mustangs back in those matches. So it's 3-0 right now in favor of the Demons from Washington. So Jake Jewell trying to pick up the win here and knot this thing up. And, he would certainly like more than just a win here. Bonus points of some sort. Stand up by Westfall Edwards. Nice lift and return by Jewell as he picks him up and returns him. Tight waist by Jewell. Westfall Edwards to his base. And as Washington Demons, is not very active, and all of a sudden they'll boom and hit a flurry and score some points there. Westfall Edwards with a stand-up, and Jewell's going to reach down and pick up a single. Westfall Edwards on the edge of the mat on top of Jewell, trying to pick up his near ankle, which would be the right ankle, and stuff his head. And we're probably going to get a stalemate, and we do. Got a very, very good freshman here is Westfall Edwards, and he is a freshman at 37-7 and a state qualifier at 160 pounds of Class 2A, guys. So very difficult to do as a freshman.
It really is, and we've seen a couple freshmen this year wrestling in the 160-pound weight class or 170-pound weight class, and you're not wrestling underclassmen ever. You're going to be wrestling the juniors and seniors most of the time, as is the case here for Westfall Edwards. But he's got himself down to the state tournament as a freshman, and he's going to see he's going to have some things to work on here especially if he's going to try to go underneath the Jake Jewell.
Well, exactly right. And 39 seconds left to go. Jewell had an Oklahoma that over and under on Westfall Edwards. Now he's going to try to tilt Westfall Edwards. Great job. He's going to pick up 2 on the count. I'll tell you what, that's a sweet move by Jake Jewell. Caught him in that tight waist tilt and held him for the 1,002 count. Got a 2-point near fall. That was huge, Zach.
You always talk about cheap points. They call it that cheap tilt for a reason, is because, you get the shoulders on the mat for that 2 quick count, and it's pretty quick, and he did that very nicely, very smoothly.
Well, it's Westfall Edwards with a quick stand-up, 19 seconds left to go. Jewell's going to have to reach in, and he does. Picks up a leg, front trips, Westfall Edwards back to the mat, 13 seconds left to go. And, that's kind of like what you like out of your senior. You're wrestling a good freshman. Your senior's getting out, taking care of business, and he's got 1 period left. And, there's a couple of points away from a major decision, so we'll see what happens. He'll probably take down. It's going to be Jewell's choice. He's going to take down. And we'll see what this lanky freshman from Southeast Iowa, Washington, Iowa, the Demons. Orange and black. Brett Van Wielden, William Penn University graduate there. 407 students. There you look at the disparity there. Clarion Goldfield Dallas has 203 students, so they're at the bottom of that Class 2A list. Wouldn't that have been quite a 1A match, guys, with Lisbon, Alburnett, and Clarion Goldfield in that 1A competition? That would have been just a barn burner. There's Jewell with a 1-point escape, 7-2. Now back in on a single. Tap and go by Jewell in on a single. He's got the left leg of Westfall Edwards. Now he's going to lift it up off the mat. We'll see if he can get it up. He's got it up. He's got it locked up. Let's see if he can hit Westfall Edwards with the back trip. He does. 2-point takedown. It's 9-2 right now. You think about cutting him, guys. He's going to try to turn him. Tilt him, turn him, cut him loose. Now you got to be thinking bonus points here. You're up 9-2.
Yeah, they're going to cut him loose. He almost went to that whip over, but Westfall Edwards stood straight up, and now Jake Jewell's got to go to work. He's a couple points away yet from picking up a major decision. I guess 1 takedown away from a major decision. There's the 2-point takedown for Jewell, his 4th of this match, and he's got an 11-3 8-point lead, and here with 1:03 left to go in the third period. Independence trails the duel 3-0 against Washington.
The nice thing here, Jamie and Roger, is that he's seeing all aspects of the whole wrestling entire match here in each position of what, he's coming out here to do for tomorrow's, first round match, and he's getting all of it. So he's doing a very nice job. He's comfortable out there. He's doing what he wants to do.
Yeah, that's a big thing, it's a confidence builder for Jake, knowing, you're 11-4, 44 seconds left to go, and he's keeping his pedal to the metal here. Now Westfall Edwards showing a little bit of aggressiveness at the end of this match. 36 seconds left to go. Westfall Edwards with a hard collar tie on Jewell, giving him a shove off the edge of the mat there. And back to action we go. Get Independence. There's a nice low single by Jewell. He missed the mark on that right heel of Westfall Edwards. Westfall Edwards now trying to double underhook, trying to load Jewell up. Jewell's got to make the turtle tuck his head. 21 seconds left to go. Nice job. Nice job by Jewell. He's in on that low single. Let's see if he can turn this into some points. Try to go up to the cradle. Get your two first. Got to keep that major decision. Got to finish the shot here. No points yet. 6 seconds left to go. Trying to finish the shot here. No points. Oh, boy, guys. He's going to lose the major. It's 11-4. Jewell's going to pick up the win, but he's 1 point shy of the major. And he cut him loose and thought he could pick up the takedown. And Westfall Edwards did what he had to do, and that's not give up any bonus points.
And yeah, like you said, he had the major decision, and then let him go. Went back to work, tried to possibly pick up another takedown and maybe get the fall or maybe a tech fall. I guess probably not a tech fall, but he was looking for a fall, but gave up the major decision. So that's going to tie this dual meet up 3-3 as we move up to weight class 170. It's going to be Nick Holt taking on Bryce Rickey.
And Bryce Rickey is a senior at 26-11. So you got to like the chances of the 170-pounder from Indianola, 2-0 on the day. Or from Independence. Thank you, Jamie. On the other mat there. Got to like the chances of Nick Holt here to get a win, go 3-0 on the day, and pick up some much-needed important points for the Mustangs. 2-point takedown by Holt. Hard cross face from left to right. And he's going to try to curl the head. Going to try to curl Ricky's head to his knee. He's got that cross-face cradle locked up. Could be a fall here. Referee looking close, guys. It looks like Ricky was buried there. Official went from the front to the back. Now butchered by Holt. Nice switch off there. He kept the right arm of Ricky tied up off that cross-face cradle. Got to work his head up on top. Ricky in a high bridge now. Holt's trying to readjust. Ricky's got that left arm and pushing the head of Holt away. Boy, he's got to be buried there, Zach. Got to be very close. 52 seconds left. Holt up on top. Now Holt going through a headlock. He's got Bryce Rickey wrapped up, twisted up like a twist tie on a baggie, gentlemen, and finally gets the fall in 1:16. So great job there by Nick Holt.
It took him a while there. He was looking on both sides, and both shoulders were flat on the mat for probably 4 seconds there, and finally called the pin. But I guess that's what it comes down to with some of these later matches. These referees are so different. Sometimes it's a 1-2 count pin, and the next one it's flat for 5 seconds in a pin. So, you definitely got to bury him here.
Should have came up here. We could see it.
We could see it from here, and we don't even have our binoculars out yet.
It's going to put us up. It's going to put Independence up 9-3 as we move up to weight class 182. We're going to see Elliot Ryan for Independence. He's a senior. He's going to be taking on Carlton Skubal from Washington, who's a junior at 35-5.
And not a state qualifier, Jamie. Your my program's got 37-6 in it. I'm telling you what, that's quite a record for not being a state qualifier. Very seldom you see records like that, and most of the time you see records like that, you see kids wrestling down here at the well. Tough match for Elliot Ryan. He's 2-0 on the day also for the Mustangs, trying to go 3-0 on the day. There's a nice outside single by Ryan, a go behind by Screwball. No points as Elliot Ryan finds the edge of the mat. Good scramble by the senior from Independence. 9-3 now, your dual meet score after 3. Started weight class 152. Now we're up to weight class 182. Carlton Screwball from the Washington High School, home of the Demons, right down there in southeast Iowa, southeast of Ottumwa. 45 seconds left to go in this first period. 0-0. Goose Eggs up on the board. And there's a tap and go by Screwball in deep on Ryan. Nice double. Nice counter by Elliott Ryan. I'll tell you what, Screwball made a mistake there, Zach. He stepped over a whizzer, and Elliott Ryan said, thank you very, very much. I'm going to take the 2-point takedown and maybe the fall.
Never jump over a whizzer.
Jumped over a whizzer, and Elliott Ryan said, thank you very much. I'll take that. I'll take my 5-point lead. And now he's going to go to work on that cradle.
I'm pretty sure, Jamie, back when we were about first and second grade, I think that was the first thing that they ever told us was never jump over a whizzer.
Hey, here's Elliott Ryan with a cradle. What do you know?
And he ran out of time with it. I'll tell you what, Screwball was down for the count. We needed that referee we had at the first match this morning. He just slapped that mat. He'd like to call pins with 1 second left to go in the match.
He didn't even give any back points.
Oh, he should have got 2 out of it.
Yeah.
Coach Doyle said, I can't believe it. You can read his lips. Should have been 2 near fall. No back points for Elliott Ryan, but he's going to take up. Let's see if he can go back to work. He's got it locked up again. This time with 1:54 left. He said, thank you very much. That's got to be the fall. Look. Oh, boy. Referee looking down. He's going to get only 2 for that, guys.
Whoa. He's staying on his feet counting back points instead of getting down in there.
So, boy, oh, boy, that should have been 4 points for Ryan. He's going right back to work on that cradle. He's got it locked up again. Let's see if he can pick up the fall this time. There's the fall right there. 2 minutes and 35 seconds. Elliott Ryan with that death cradle pins the junior, Carlton Screwball from Washington. The Mustangs will take a 15-3 lead. Let's take a short timeout. We'll be right back for weight class 195. You're listening to state tournament dual meet action on Eastern Iowa Sports Station, Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Kramer Brothers Dairy Supply in Monticello appreciates all the hard work and dedication put forth in the classroom and in the gym. Best of luck to all area athletes in tournament play from your dairy experts. Kramer Brothers Dairy Supply in Monticello.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agents like me, Julie Smith, can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business insurance, I can dig into the playbook and help you find the affordable coverage you need. For all your insurance needs, call on a winning team, the Julie Smith State Farm Agency in Manchester.
Back into the Wells Fargo Arena as we're up to weight class 195. We've got Matt McMillan taking on Tanner Murphy from Washington, and McMillan quickly out with a 2-point takedown. Almost locked up and turned Murphy to his back, but he broke out of it, and we're back with Matt McMillan riding on top of Tanner Murphy with a 2-0 lead, 1:15 left to go in this first period.
Well, Jamie and Zach, if you look at those seniors for 160 up, Jake Jules 3-0 on the day, Nick Holtz 3-0 on the day, Elliott Ryan's 3-0 on the day, Matt McMillan. Tell you what, you're getting a lot of production out of those seniors.
Exactly what you're looking for as a coach right there is your senior leadership, especially when they're so heavy with their seniors. This is the year that they expected this, and so they're really stepping up to the plate and being seniors and being leaders.
So the nice butcher by Matt McMillan. He's got Murphy in trouble. That was a quick slap of the mat right there. 103. Matt McMillan will win by a fall. Great butcher by McMillan as he loaded that crossface up, circled the head, blocked the right shoulder, and Murphy picked up the fall. It's 21-3 in favor of the Mustangs, moving up the weight class 220. So they're on the way to 5-0 here, Jamie, but it ain't over till it's over, as they say.
No, it's certainly not. And, now we're going to, I tell you what, that's been a very productive part of the lineup for the Mustangs today. As, you mentioned, all from Holt or from Jewell all the way to McMillan, they're 4-0 on, or all 3-0 on the day. So, and how many times have we seen them all come out with pins today?
Well, I think Holt is 3-0 with 3 falls. Ryan is 3-0 with 3 falls. McMillan, I think, is at least has 2 falls. Jewell has 2 falls. So, tell you what, that's bonus points, and that's huge, and that's what makes it for a good dual team. If you got kids that know how to pin, you can score a lot of points in a hurry.
I know what Independence has been working on in the room. It's a lot of cross-face butchers and a lot of cross-face cradles, and they're doing a very nice job of finishing those moves.
Yeah, they've had a lot of success with it, and why not? If it works for you, hey, get after it. It's just like Don Bosco and their cradles and Assumption in their legs. If it works for you, hey, get after it, use it, score points, win dual meets, and win championships with it. 1:11 left to go. Weight class 220. We're going to see Hunter Crawford and Oscar German. Oscar German is in the lineup. He's a senior at 1-6 in the program. Track wrestling, they've got him at 4-4. So a little discrepancy there. But regardless, he's a senior, and Hunter Crawford is a sophomore for the Mustangs, and having a pretty good day today also. The tap and go by Crawford, trying to tack that left leg of Oscar German. He's got it up in the air. Crawford's got that single loaded up. He's got to get that leg out. Hard whizzer by German. And, boy, I hate to see that, Zach. He had that single up, had it locked up, and he stood in one place instead of backing him up and creating some action with that single.
Definitely got to get that ankle high in the air. Once you get those legs high, usually you're able to finish, but he kept it low and was able to kick his foot back down to the mat.
Well, 18 seconds left to go. Still Goose Eggs up on the scoreboard here. If you're just joining us, the Mustangs are off to a good start here, 21-3 in this 5th place match. You can't win the title here, but the second best thing is taking that 5th place. So Mustangs want to take some momentum into tomorrow. And guys, they'll have about a 24-hour break between the end of this duel and the start of tomorrow.
Yeah, they will. And, like you said, they're going to go back to the hotel tonight and get some rest and get ready to go for that 6 o'clock session tomorrow. And Crawford, you mentioned, is 1-1 on the day with 1 fall. He lost 9-4 in that Clarion Goldfield duel.
All right, second period underway. Crawford will choose down, trying to dent the scoreboard first. Still 0-0. That's going to be stalling against Oscar German. Crawford's going to pick up a point. German now steps inside the left leg of Crawford with a double inside wrist. Well, you got to keep your head up if you're Hunter Crawford. And he's going to, that was kind of a sit-out turn-in. It was a tripod stand-up, and he just bumped German off and picked up the 1-point escape. It's now 2-0. Nice snap down by Crawford. Let's see if he can hit the go-behind. And Oscar German squares him up. Boy, that was a very, very nice snap. A quick snap by Hunter Crawford. He snapped the head of Oscar German and snapped it right down to the mat, but he missed the block off for that go-behind. So let's try it again. Keep working that head.
Take a look at some of the other scores from around the mats. Over in the 1A 7th place match, it's Lake Mills 17, Sigourney Keota 16. In the 5th place match in Class 1A, Logan Magnolia leads Westwood Sloan 9-6. At Class 2A 7th place match, it's Sergeant Bluff Luton over Albia 17-12 right now. In the 3A 7th place match, Clinton leads Indianola 30-7. And in the 5th place match, Waverly Cedar Rapids Prairie leads Waverly Shellrock 24-22.
Well, a lot of good matches going on. And again,
there's another stalling point there?
There was. Yep, so if you're Hunter Crawford, hey, you got to keep pushing. Keep the pressure on.
So Crawford leads 3-0 here. 25 seconds left to go in this second period.
We got to keep working on building that lead and try to find something that's going to work for a takedown and escape. And 2 stalling points for Hunter Crawford gives him 3 on the board. 15 seconds left to go in this second period. Again, we started at weight class 152, moving on up. We'll finish at weight class 145 today. Washington's got some good kids in their stable in those lower weights again. We're going to see some of those good kids come out. So, we saw Independence build a big lead, and that first duel against Clarion, not able to hang on to it. So we'll see if they can hang on to it here. Nice sweep single by Crawford. Boy, that was a great sweep single by the sophomore from Independence. He got a good angle, Zach. You talked about getting an angle. That was an angle right there. We've got injury time. I'm not sure what happened there. They gave Oscar German
penalty point because
they gave Oscar German 1 point. Was that a hard crossface by?
Yes.
Boy, I didn't see a malicious crossface there, but our referee dinged Hunter Crawford for being too aggressive with the crossface. Oscar German got the trainer out there. I don't know if he's got a bloody nose, but the trainer's out there, and I didn't see that thing come from left field.
No, but, they called it earlier. They stopped the match earlier on in the first period and warned both of them at the middle of the mat, and I think that had something to do with it after throwing a pretty hard crossface. Nothing too serious, but after you've already been warned once, you got to be pretty careful because they will call it pretty quickly.
Well, Oscar German's wiping his eyes, so that crossface must have drew some tears to his eyes. We missed it. Their bodies were away from us, but I didn't see that crossface come from, it wasn't a haymaker. Just it must have been shortened to the point by Hunter Crawford. You like to see that aggressiveness, especially you're wrestling a guy that's stalling. It's very frustrating. Third period, 1:32 and counting. Sit out, turn in by German. Crawford's doing a nice job keeping his weight forward, pushing the tempo. German now with the stand-up. He's gonna turn and face Crawford. It's 5-2 now. 1:21 left to go. Crawford takes a peek at the clock. Again, now's not the time to look at the clock. You got to keep wrestling, especially if you got this guy that's been dinged twice for stalling.
Yeah, you got to stay aggressive here if you're Hunter Crawford, because like you said, he's been warned twice for stalling, and there's an opportunity for a stalling call and in getting a takedown, and then all of a sudden you're getting close to major decision.
Well, yeah, it's all about getting bonus points here. We've seen that be the key here in a couple of duels already. 47 seconds, 5-2 is your match score. Crawford tries another sweep single. Now go behind, he makes it work. Nice job by Hunter Crawford. Boy, faked the sweep single, and he got Oscar German a little heavy on his heels, and hit him with the snap down to the go behind. 7-2. Hey, a 2-point near fall here. Well, he's going to need a 3-point near fall to pick up that bonus point. Trying to work it inside wrist. There's German there, belly down on the center of the mat. Crawford's going to let him go. He's going to try to hit the whip over. He's going to try to stamp his head. 12 seconds left to go, and German's going to square him off. Down underhook by Crawford. That's going to do it. It's going to be a 7-3 win by the sophomore from Independence. And he had a good day today, going 2-1 on the day. And his season will come to a close. I'll tell you what, very, very good experience for Hunter Crawford, guys.
Well, it is, and he comes down here as a sophomore and gets the opportunity to help his team, and he definitely did that today. He went, like you said, he went 2-1 and won some big matches, especially that one right there. That's possibly a toss-up match that you could say coming in that the Mustangs wanted to win, and they won the match. So nice job by Hunter Crawford. Comes in and gets a 7-3 win and puts the Mustangs up 24-3 as they win their 5th match of this duel. As we move up to heavyweight, we're going to see Austin Larkin as the Mustang Junior taking on Mitchell Husenga from Washington.
These look like two peas in a pod, guys. Boy, tall, lanky heavyweights, and we'll see what Austin Larkin's got in store today. He's 1-1 on the day, trying to go 2-1, trying to finish up his season on a high note. Again, he'll be another one of those juniors coming back for Coach Doyle, and a lot of expectations from the junior at 285 pounds. Hard collar tied by Larkin, retie by Husenga. And a lot of pushing and shoving going on with these big guys. And I'll tell you what, Larkin's got to get physical here. He's got to hit that throw by and really be heavy on the head. Mitchell Husenga is a sophomore at 31-15. So, hey, you got to get moving here.
Yeah, definitely. Try to create some angles here. You know, get him moving, get him tired. See if you can hit a shot here and there. Don't stand flat-footed.
45 seconds and counting. Weight class 285. Again, as Jamie said, our dual meet score is 24-3. There's a snap attempt by Hasinga, and Larkin does a nice job showing a little bit of quickness in those big feet and dodging that single. Larkin coming right back with a hard collar tie with the right. Heavy on the head. I tell you what, it's probably been the first heavyweight that has been the same height as Larkin. He's been able to outsize a lot of the guys he's wrestled so far down here. This guy's a pretty tall heavyweight also. 7 seconds left to go. 0-0 on the scoreboard. And we will go to the second period scoreless.
And Roger, Zach, and I were riding the elevator up here between sessions, and Carter Isley walked in from Albia, ranked number 1, and you mentioned he played running back. Well, he walks out of the elevator, and Zach kind of looked at me and he said, that kid was a running back, because he's not your atypical running back. He's big, and but I tell you what, he's quite an athlete, and hard when you're standing next to him in an elevator, you can tell that he definitely doesn't look like a running back, but a very good athlete.
Well, I think he rushed for well over 1,800 yards for the Blue Demons. So I'm telling you what, that would have been a load. I think that would have been a load to hit. I'm telling you what, you had to gang tackle him, get him before he gets to the line of scrimmage, because once he gets the head of steam up, look out. Well, Hasinga for Washington on all fours. Nice job by Larkin. He's got him broken down now. He picked up an ankle, deep waist with an ankle. Now he's going to work on an inside wrist. Hasinga's got hand control on Larkin. Larkin's trying to go double inside wrist on him. Now that was a haymaker by Larkin. That was a hard crossface by Larkin. Missed his mark. He came hard from left field to right field, missed the mark on Hasinga. Now he's got the right arm of Hasinga's trapped underneath him. He's got a 2-on-1. Here comes a hard crossface. Larkin's trying to set up that butcher. I'd like to see him roll that inside wrist out to a bar arm. I think he could throw Hasinga to his back. 53 seconds left. He's trying to set up a cradle. Larkin trying to set up a crossface cradle, trying to use those long arms to cradle up Mitchell Hasinga from Washington. 42 seconds left and counting. Now a power half Nelson by Larkin. On the right side, he's got the left forearm driven in the back of the neck, trying to set up that power half Nelson. He's got to get out to the side with it. Hasinga doing a nice job posting his forehead, and we will get a stalemate. I'd like to see some stalling. Not going to see it. I'd like to see some, but we're not going to see it. Referee's going to go to the table there, and not sure what he's going to question.
You know, the biggest thing right here is I think it is frustration coming out here. You know, these Washington guys, I thought he was laying on the mat looking for a nap here for a second, because his head was on the mat, face cheek down on the mat and just sitting there. So, you know, he's getting a little frustrated because he's not moving. And so, and he's getting his elbows in tight, and it's very difficult to try to do any pinning combinations at all.
Nice job by Austin Larkin to flatten Hasinga out one more time. And we'll see. We're going to go to the second period. It's still scoreless. Mitchell Hasinga and Austin Larkin. And it's going to be Larkin's choice. He's going to go down. I'm telling you what, if you're Austin Larkin, you've got to keep your head up. You've got to keep moving. You've got to get back to your feet. There's a tripod stand-up by Larkin. Hasinga falls off the top of Larkin. Larkin will pop his hips up, lift his head out, split the hands of Hasinga, pick up a one-point escape. Now it's 1:49 and counting into the third period. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Independence Mustangs have won 5 in a row. Larkin's trying to make it 6. There's an eye gouge by Hasinga. He got the thumb right in the right eyeball of Austin Larkin on that collar tie. Nothing malicious there, but he just caught it off that hard collar tie. And Larkin will have to take some injury time out there. Guys, one thing we talk about, the Iowa State student trainers are here. They always do an exceptional job.
Yeah, they do. And, you know, Dr. Zach, what's his first name?
Dennis, I believe.
Dennis Zachary, the doctor here for for the tournament, and I tell you what, they do a great job. And, you know, we had that situation last year with the wrestler from Crestwood.
365 days ago we had
and, you know, it's just, you know, they do a great job in having it well staffed. So, you know, it's just a great thing to have, you know, just on-site trainers, on-site doctor, and all of that.
And they do a super job, and tell you what, it's that's a good thing to have, and they do a great job. And they got Austin Larkin back ready to go. I'm telling you what, Mitchell Hysinga came out like a bandit here as he was pushing Austin Larkin all over the mat, and Larkin stood his ground, and no more pushing from Hysinga. I think Hysinga thought that he was going to intimidate Austin Larkin for just a little bit, maybe hit him with a go-behind or a snatch single, but the big guy from Independence has held his ground very, very nicely. Tell you what, that's a lot of weight to move. Austin Larkin, not sure what he weighs, but I'll tell you what, we've seen him side by side there, Jamie, and that's a lot of manhood right there in that independent singlet.
It really is, and you know he'd, you know, just he's really matured as a wrestler as well. So, you know, I'd like to see how much he's going to improve by the next season.
You're exactly right. 29 seconds. Now we're going to get stalling against Larkin. Unbelievable. Stalling against Austin Larkin. He's been pushing the tempo this whole match up until this last 20 seconds. He's been holding his ground. Hysinga's just been trying to bull rush him. 10 seconds left to go. Larkin's holding his ground now with a hard collar tie, keeping those elbows in. 4 seconds left to go. There's Larkin reaching down on a single, and that's going to do it. It's going to be a hard-fought 1-0 win for the Independence Mustangs 285-pounder, and he will go 2-1 on the day. So another successful outing for Larkin. 27-3 now is our dual meet scores. We move to 106, and here's where the Washington Demons have some firepower. In our program, we've got Garrett Eichert. He's a freshman at 21-4 at 106. Another one of those freshmen, Jamie, at 106. And we'll see if Independence sends out Holden Griffith again. I'm sure they will. He's had a tough go of it today, but again, wrestling some very, very good 106-pounders.
Oh, he really has. And, you know, like we said, it's going to be, that's what you're going to get, is you're going to get, when you're down here, you're going to have freshmen. And you're going to be wrestling freshmen, and you know, this year's freshmen at 106 are very good, and so this one is going to be Garrett Eichert from Washington. He's a freshman. They have him at 22-4 here on Track Wrestling. So the quick takedown for Eichert as he goes up 2-0.
Well, it'd be fun to track these 106-pounders. You know, watch them and see what happens as they, you know, 4 years from now, 3 years from now, see where they're at. You know, some of these guys are big 106-pounders, and it's, you know, it's not unlikely to see them at maybe 132, 138 3 years from now when they're seniors.
What about 182, 189? Like Jay Borschel.
Jay Borschel, you betcha. You betcha. Well, my friend Willie Mickler from Ballard and Southeast Polk started at 112 and won a state championship his senior year at 220. He was the rate of gain champion at the state tournament. I'm telling you what, 112 as a freshman and 220 as a senior. Unbelievable. 38 seconds left to go. Eichert up 2-0, courtesy of that double leg takedown on Griffith. Now a chicken wing by Eichert. Got it in deep. He's got a cross body ride in with the right. He's got a chicken wing in on the left. And we'll see if he's going to run that chicken wing. He's got it loaded up, trying to drive it at a 45-degree angle. He's got Holden Griffith. Oh, Holden Griffith slipped the arm out. Nice job by the freshman from Independent. Well, we'll see what happens in the last 7 seconds here as Eichert is not giving up on those arms and wings. Griffith has to find a way to keep everything tight and close and get to his feet.
Right now it's out of place. We're deficient.
Well, we're going to go to the second period. It's 2-0 in favor of the freshman from Washington. It's going to be Eichert's choice. He will choose down. And we will get a caution against Holden Griffith. So back to action we go. There's a switch attempt by Eichert. Nice tight waist by Griffith. But Griffith's got some long arms. If he can make them work for him, there's a nice stand-up by Eichert as he splits the hands of Griffith. As soon as he turns and faces Griffith, Griffith dives in on a double. His head's down, so that made it easy for Eichert to snap and spin. It's now 4. It should be 5-0 on the scoreboard, unless they just gave him a reversal. Just a reversal. No escape and takedown. All right, there's Griffith again trying a switch. Cross-body ride by Eichert. He's got the leg in on the left side. Hard cross face now from left to right across the chin and neck of Holden Griffith. He's trying to shove that right elbow forward. That gets rid of the cross face. Keeps the cross body in, though, on the left side. And off the edge of the mat they go. So the freshman from Independence has had a tough day with some quality kids. And, you know, you leave here, Jamie, 0-3, and Zach, Holden Griffith's going to have to do something very, very special here. But you leave here and say you leave here 0-3, you know, you got to refocus and set some goals for next year.
Yeah, I think just getting a little bit stronger here is going to help. You know, he looks like he's got some room to get a little bit stronger here and be able to hold his own. You know, in a lot of his matches today, he actually got the first takedown. He just couldn't keep up with what was going on with these other big 106-pounders. So something he needs to work on the offseason is perfecting a move and getting a little bit stronger and see where he goes from there.
Well, you're exactly right, and you know, that's what it's all about. And that's where the coaches come in, and that's where your summer wrestling comes in, and that's where your weight room work comes in, and you know, it's all about making some choices. And you know, you can put some time in or not, and usually when you put the time in, it pays dividends. 17 seconds left. The cross body ride by Eichert. He's trying to set up a banana split. Switch attempt by Griffith. And Griffith misses the leg of Eichert. Eichert slips the cross body back in. Eichert reaches down and picks up the left ankle. He's trying to turn him to his back with that cross face, the far shoulder, and no points there as we are out of time in the second period. We will go to the third period, and Eichert will choose down.
No, and this is the first time we're going to see Holden Griffith on top of Eichert. So see what he can do, because you know the Mustangs have been very effective in this dual meet with those cross-face cradles, and we'll see what Holden Griffith can do here.
Well, yeah, you're only a couple of cradles away from taking the lead here, or maybe getting the fall. Nice tight waist from the right, chop with the left, and he pulled Eichert right into a switch. He forgot to chop the arm, went to a tight waist, and he pulled Griffith right over. That made the switch very easy for Garrett Eichert. No points yet, as Griffith caught him with a re-switch. Griffith hanging on to the right leg of Garrett Eichert. Eichert draped over the top of Griffith. Now Eichert sets up a cross-face cradle, and we will get a stalemate, and we'll be the same way with Eichert down and Holden Griffith up on top. 113 and counting. Weight class 106. We started weight class 152. There's a nice job by Holden Griffith. Tight waist, near ankle, drives Eichert back to the mat. 4-0 is the match score. 27-3 is our meet score in favor of the Mustangs. Putting together a fine match here. Again, a long switch by Eichert. And Griffith misses that arm, Zach. If you're going to go tight weight, you got to chop that arm on that switch. That's going to happen every time. 45 seconds, third period, 45 seconds and counting. Eichert up on top. Eichert is content with this 4-0 lead right now. Not trying to score any points. Yeah, the opportunity for Holden Griffith. The door is open. Holden Griffith just has to knock it down and go through it. Couple of tilts, couple of near fall points here, and he's back in the match. A little bit better job this time stopping that switch, but Eichert comes to a stand-up. Griffith reaches down, picks up the left leg. Let's see if he can back trip Eichert. Might get a stalling call against Griffith. He's trying to back trip Eichert. Eichert's showing a little bit of balance. Now front trip takes Eichert back down to the mat, 15 seconds to go. And the freshman from Washington looks like he's going to be content to take this 4-0 lead. And I'll put that in the books. Eichert is not a state qualifier for the Demons, but had a very, very good season at 21-4. He's got a bandage, a wrap on his right forearm, so maybe of injury of some sort that kept him out of the first part of the season. Let's take a short timeout. We'll be back with the 113-pounders. We got more action for you from the 2016 State Dual Team Tournament right here from the Well on Eastern Iowa Sports Station, Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Rife Funeral Home is proud to support all area athletes and coaching staff and wish them continued success in tournament play. They realize the hard work and dedication it takes in the classroom and in the gym. Rife Funeral Home with locations in Dyersville, Farley, Epworth, and Cascade.
Hi, this is Chris Henry, Service Manager at Brown Sales and Leasing in Elkader. Our goal is to make your car buying experience the best possible, and our factory-certified technicians are dedicated to you and your vehicles. Stop in and see us at Brown Sales and Leasing in Elkader, or visit us online at forbrowns.com. Your hometown dealer, wherever your hometown may be. Best of luck to all area athletes and coaches.
Good luck to all the area athletes from Adams Family Furniture, downtown Independence. With over 42 years in the furniture business, you can shop quality brand names by Lazy Boy, Broyhill, Chromecraft, Peters Revington, plus many, many more. Shop Adams Family Furniture, downtown Independence, with free delivery, where they will never be undersold on like quality furniture.
And back into the Wells Fargo Arena. We're up to weight class 113 as we have Jarrett Orr from Independence is wrestling. Did I miss something?
You did not.
Okay, is wrestling Walker Eichert as a 2-point takedown for Walker Eichert as he in a 1-point escape for Jarrett Orr is a 2-1 lead. Independence leads the dual meet 27-6. As the Mustangs have won 6 matches. Washington has won just 2. As we're back here in the 5th place match of the 2016 Class 2A State Wrestling Duels.
Well, Jamie, as you said, the Mustangs have had the history. They've had the number of the Washington Demons. They're 4-0 against the Demons, trying to make it 5-0 here. So what's going to take a couple of pins. We haven't had some pins for a while. As the first period comes to a conclusion, 2-1 up on the board. A couple of pins here for the Mustangs would be huge. It looks like Eichert will defer over to Orr. Orr will choose down to start this second period. Nice stand-up by Jarrett Orr. Eichert drops in on a single, back trips Orr back down to the mat. And back to work with a tight waist. Orr trying to short sit. Over the top goes Eichert, trying to set up a cradle, a far side cradle on Jarrett Orr. He's got it locked up. Jarrett Orr rolls through. Let's see if he can kick his leg free. He's got Eichert in trouble. He's got Walker Eichert in trouble. He's got a headlock. Jarrett Orr has Walker Eichert in trouble with the headlock. Let's see if he can get the job done. See if he can squeeze. He's got a lot of time settling. He's got 119.
Oh, it's got to be close.
I'll tell you what, looking close. He's got to readjust. Eichert's got to roll through. And Orr will lose that. Boy, he had to readjust, tighten up that elbow, scissor those legs. So he picked up a 2-point reversal and a 3-point near fall. A 5-point move right there. Takes the lead 6-4. 1-point escape now by Eichert. It's 6-3. Boy, it would have been super just to see that fall. See the slap in the mat right there and get this baby over. 47 seconds and counting. Second period, 6-3. Great move. Jarrett Orr coming out of the scramble, catches the head of Walker Eichert and throws him to his back. Eichert in on a double, head to the inside. Jarrett Orr on top right now. Good scramble by Jarrett Orr. Again, the sophomore trying to make the most of his experiences down here at the Well. Looks like Eichert might side. Nice down block by Orr. He's got his laces down. He's stuffing the head of Eichert. 12 seconds left to go. Well, that was a good recovery by the sophomore from Independence. We'll get a stalemate. Great recovery as Eichert was in on that double deep.
Yeah, he did a nice job of sprawling there and getting heavy on the head right there and grab it on the ankle so he couldn't start to get an angle on him. So he did a very good job right there.
3 seconds left to go. Second period, 6-3 is our score. And we will go to the third period. Let's see whose choice it will be. The Demons coach is coming to the scoreboard to ask our official. That is the correct score.
Yeah.
It was 2-1. 5-point move. I think he's asking if his wrestler got any near fall points on the cradle before Orr caught his head and kicked out of it. I think that's what he's asking. I think there was 2 back. It should be 6-5, I'm guessing. We'll see if they're going to change it that way. But I never saw the official signal 2 back for Eichert. Did you, Jamie?
No,
I didn't see that either.
I think it's right.
It's right as far as the official officiating it, but I think the coach is asking for a 2-point near fall on the cradle. But our referee never gave it to the score table. So that's the way it's gonna stand.
While they take a look at that, let's go around the mats here real quick. As Class 1A 5th place match, or the 7th place match, was Lake Mills, a 53-28 win over Sigourney Keota. In the 5th place match right now, it is Logan Magnolia leading Westwood Sloan 27-22. Class 2A 7th place match, Sergeant Bluff Luton leads Albia 44-23. In Class 3A, in the Class 3A 7th place match, it's 36-20. Clinton leading Indianola.
Well, Jamie, there's Jarrett Orr with a banana split. Who'd have guessed it? Threw in the crossbody right on the left side, reached over, grabbed the right knee of Walker Eichert, and threw him in that banana split and picked up a 2-point, 3-point near fall. It's 9-3. Very opportunistic Jarrett Orr here, taking advantage of what Walker Eichert is giving to him. Again, Eichert is a freshman, so making some of those freshman mistakes there with his head down, no hand control, and Jarrett Orr is taking advantage of all those opportunities. He now leads 9-3 after being down 2-1 after the first period. 108 and counting, 9-3 up on the scoreboard. Jarrett Orr looking for more. Puts a cross body right in, and Walker Eichert reaches up and grabs the head of Jarrett Orr. Got to be careful. Might be a 2-point reversal here in back points as Orr's got the cross body in. He's got his hips down. That's going to be a 2-point reversal by Eichert. As Orr got a little bit sloppy with the cross body ride. 42 seconds left. He's up 9-5 right now. Eichert slaps a chicken wing in on the left side, tight waist on the right, now an inside wrist on the right, now a half Nelson on the right, trying to turn Orr over, and Orr doing a great job keeping that head up. Okay, Zach, you're up by 4. Now you got to play the turtle here. You got to have good hand control, keep that head up, and don't give up any back points. That's going to be a penalty point. That should. Oh, the other guy called that a penalty point in the last match. Eichert came with a haymaker crossface from right to left. And I think Jarrett Orr's got a bloody nose, so no penalty point there. They're switching officials on this match. We've got the opposite official that we had in the last match, so this official we have right now, let that crossface go. Hit the mark, drew a little blood. Again, that's not the intention of that crossface, but I'll tell you what, it hit its mark and right across the bridge of the nose of Jarrett Orr. Again, our last match of the day for the Mustangs. Lost a heartbreaker against Clarion Goldfield, that first match of the day by 3, and Clarion Goldfield's wrestling for the championship here, guys.
Yeah, and that's the only if that happens to be the only dual meet that you lose, and they go on to win a state dual title, that's quite an accomplishment. So it's going to be a 1-point escape for Orr as he leads it now 10-5 with 5 seconds left to go in this match. And it looks like the Mustangs are going to get 3 more points at 113 pounds. That's a big win.
That was a very, very smart match and a very aggressive match. Very opportunistic Jarrett Orr, and that's a great job by the sophomore. I think he will finish his day at 2-1 also, as his only loss was to Patillo from Clarion Goldfield. So nice job by the sophomore from Independence. He'll go over 30 wins for his sophomore campaign. And, guys, Jamie, you're talking about the other day, heck, 20 to 25 wins used to be a great season. Now I got guys 30, 35, 40, 50 wins on a year.
Yeah, you know, and that's, I think there was one of our area kids that's wrestling somebody who's got just an outstanding amount of matches. Unbelievable.
Tatum Blumel has 52 matches. He's 52-6, Zach. 58 matches coming into the state tournament.
That's the one, because I think, Roger, you that was the first thing you text me, is how in the heck do you get 58 matches in a season? So as we're going to move up to weight class 120, Colin Fischels from Independence. The Mustangs lead 30-6 now. Colin Fischels taking on David Hora from Washington. As Fischels a senior, Hora a freshman, and it's a 2-point takedown for Hora to start this match.
Well, you're looking at this Demons lineup, and I'm telling you what, they've got 3 freshmen at 106. The Eichert brothers, 3 freshmen, and then David Hora. They've only got 1, 2, 3. They've only got 3 seniors in their lineup. So, you know, they were 31-1 for dual meets this year. Look out next year. They'll be a team that is going to be very, very tough in Class 2A, guys.
Yeah, because you got to include that Westfall Edwards, too, that was it Jake Jewell wrestled. That'll have first round, 37-7 freshman also down there at 160. So, yes, they're going to be very, very tough here in the next few years.
Well, 2-0 lead for Hora with 38 seconds left to go. He's working on a half Nelson. He's got an inside wrist on the right, cranking a half Nelson on the left. Fischel's doing a nice job rolling that wrist out, keeping his head up, peeling the half Nelson off. But again, you've got to start some hand control and get back to your feet. 22 seconds left to go, first period. Weight class 120. We started weight class 152. We got 5 matches left. So any combination of 6 points for the Mustangs, and this dual meet will be over, will be in the books. So we'll see if Colin Fischels can be the guy that salts it away. Official's choice, he will defer over to Hora, and the Hora is going to go down to the mat. He will take down to start the second period. Fischels will ride the left side. There's a tight waist, chop by Fischels. Here comes that crossface. Again, they've just done an outstanding job with that crossface cradle, working that head to the knee. Hora's doing a nice job with some hand control there. Peeled the crossface off, and then he kept the wrist of Fischels. And we'll see if he hits the sit-out turn-in with that and score some points. Get a crossface by Fischels. He's going to lift Hora up and bring him back down to the mat. Keeps the ball in chain. He's got the right arm of Hora trapped between his legs. I think he let it slip off. Still got the right arm trying to hit a tilt here. And Hora's going to hit him with the 2-point reversal as Fischels lost the grip. Maybe a 1-point escape. We'll see. They'll give him 1. Back to neutral we go. And Fischels with a couple opportunities there, Zach, with a couple of nice pinning combinations, but good hand control by the freshman from Washington.
Yeah, he's doing a nice job of, continuing to move and continue to put himself in position.
Pop your head out. The headlock attempt here by Hora, as currently Fischels is around the back side of him. He's going to pick up a 2-point takedown. He had to tuck his head, and he was able to do it, and it's going to make it a 3-2 lead now for David Hora.
And that was a nice job by the senior to play the turtle, tucked his head, pulled it out at the right time. Now he's working on that cradle. See if he can lock it up. He's got it locked up. Colin Fischels with a crossface cradle locked up, picking up some back points. Let's see if he gets the fall. Oh, he broke the grip. Hora breaks the grip of Fischels. Fischels going right back to work, keeps that butcher in. And let's see if he can turn Hora to his back. That's a senior wrestling a freshman. Hora will roll through. 2-point near fall for Fischels. He'll take the lead now, 4-3. Looking for more with 13 seconds left. Again, doing an outstanding job controlling the arms. And guys, here's Jamie and Zach. You got freshmen that have never been in this situation before. Tough to wrestle 3 dual meets in a day down here at the well. So then you got a senior with some experience. You're wrestling a freshman. You got to keep taking it to him.
It is, and they got to come out here and they've wrestled all season long. They've wrestled multiple matches a day, but it's in this environment is kind of a learning experience, and it's something like how are you going to finish this match right here? As Looks like Fischels is going to head to the blood corner. So we'll take a quick timeout, and we'll come back. Independence leading 30-6 as Colin Fischels leading 4-3 at weight class 120. You're listening to Independence State Wrestling Dual Action from KMCH Sports.
At Three Rivers, our customers come first. Your business is very important to us. Our goal is to provide you with the best products and service that you have come to expect from Three Rivers. Visit our website at threeriversfs.com or the location nearest you. Three Rivers, your partner in growth solutions.
For new construction, plumbing, and repairs, rely on John, owner of Hins Plumbing in Anamosa. Hins Plumbing is open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. For your next plumbing questions or work, Hins Plumbing in Anamosa, everybody's favorite plumber. Good luck to all area teams in tournament action.
Are you looking for great food and a unique atmosphere? Then make Okoboji Grill your next lunch or dinner destination. That's Okoboji Grill, 1749 Golf Course Boulevard in Independence. Okoboji Grill, where good friends meet.
Back into the Wells Fargo Arena, Jamie Vasky, Roger Reed, and Zach McCool, along with you, as the Independence Mustangs wrestling for 5th place here as they're taking on the Washington Demons, as currently Independence leading 30-6 as we're at weight class 120. 4 matches left to go after this one as Colin Fischels with a 4-3 lead, and he chooses down to start this third period.
So what a win by Fischels here, guys, and that would solve it away for the Mustangs. So we'll see if he can hang on to this last 113. I tell you what, that's a long time if you're underneath, especially when you got somebody like David Hora up on top who's very aggressive with the half Nelson inside wrist tilt series. Fischels has to get back to work on his feet. Maybe hit a reversal. He was very tough on top. Work on that switch, sit out, turn in. Hora's going to cut him loose. 5-3 now, 47 seconds left. It's that situation you love to work on in the wrestling room, guys. This, kind of late in the season. Hey, you're up by 2, 30 seconds to go. State finals, and you got to win. So we'll see if this pays dividends right here for Colin Fischels. Fischels trying to block off Hora. Hora trying to hit Fischels with the go behind and tie this thing up. 20 seconds left to go. There's a throw by attempt or a go behind by Hora. Once again, Fischels blocked him up. You got to stay square with him. You got to keep trying to square him up. 10 seconds left to go. Don't want to give up 2 points right here. Hard crossface by Hora. Hora trying to cut the corner on Fischels, and he's not going to pick up 2. Great scramble. That's going to do it. No points. Fischels has got 2. We're going to have an overtime match right here. Oh, boy. Coach Doyle's going to go talk to our officials about it. They conferred, and they're going to give Hora the 2-point takedown. Fischels was trying to block him off. Coach Doyle said, hey, his arm was still in the way. He didn't get all the way behind him. Now we're going overtime. Fischels quickly in on a shot, and Hora's going to pull him up out of the leg, and we're going back to the center. Fischels got some blood on him, and he's going to have to go to the blood corner and get that wiped off. I got to win that match here, get the first takedown, end it. Again, you're wrestling your last match ever in an Independence Mustang singlet, guys. You don't want to go out on a note like this.
No, you really don't. And he's gonna get back in there. And I like his aggressiveness, but you got to make sure you take a good shot here if you're Colin Fischels.
Yeah, set up one good shot here, finish it. He's trying to headlock him. Not sure that you want a headlock right here. Although 6 would be good for your team score. This 4 is going to headlock Fischels. That's going to do it. Fischels to his back. And it's going to be 2. Fischels laid there for a little bit, thought the match was over, but when you get thrown to your back in overtime, you still got an opportunity to finish it. That's going to be a 2-point takedown with 3, and that's going to do a 10-5 overtime win. And Coach Doyle not happy about that at all. And your senior Colin Fischels not happy about that either. You're 1 second away from salting this match away, and that's That's a double sour taste in your mouth, gentlemen.
That really is. And, you know, then you kind of have a controversial call there with to go in, you know, with the takedown to send it to overtime. And, you know, that makes it pretty tough. But Colin Fischel's, you know, going to lose that match. But it was still a good effort by Colin Fischel's, a great effort as a 10-5 the final there. And that's going to make our dual meet score 30-9, excuse me, as we move up to weight class 126, where we're going to see Jacob Wolf from Independence, as Wolf coming in here as he will be taking on Andrew Waite from Washington.
This is the meat of that Demon lineup, gentlemen. That was a must-win for the Mustangs. There's the fall right there. 30-second fall by Andrew Waite at weight class 126. It's all of a sudden the Demons have cut the Mustang lead in half. It is now 30-15 with 3 to go. So I'll tell you what, one of these Mustangs has got to go the distance here. You know, you got to have a Mustang win at some point here, or no falls here. 3 straight falls by the Demons, and this thing would be a 33-30 win for the Demons. So I'll tell you what, the Mustangs have got to show some heart right here. That's why that win by Fischel's was absolutely key. And coming up for the Demons is at 132 is Kyle Anderson. He's not a state qualifier. He's a junior, but he's ranked number 9, Jamie. So we tried to figure out who he got beat out by. A tough district there, ranked number 9, but he's staying home and trying to make the most of his opportunity here in the state duels.
Well, he is, and you know he's he's got to come in here if you're Tanner Erickson Dale. You know, just like you said, don't get pinned here, and you're gonna win this duel for your team.
When you're looking at 138, where you've got Drew Davis in the lineup for the Independence Mustangs, he's taking on Austin Hazlett. He's a junior at 41-5 in the state qualifier, so that's no gimme either. For the Mustangs, a tough road to hoe to finish this duel out, trying to take that 5th place trophy back to Independence. Yeah, I'm telling you what, 1 minute left to go in this first period. Erickson Dale finds himself down 2-0 against a very, very tough Kyle Anderson, 37-8. There's a nice sit-out turn-in by Erickson Dale. He latches onto the head of Waite. Let's see if he can pick up 2. He's picked up a 1-point escape. Now snapped down by Erickson Dale. And let's see if he can turn this into some points. Maybe a 2-point takedown. He's got to cinch that front headlock up. 37 seconds left. Kyle Anderson controlling the left elbow of Erickson Dale. Dale trying to, should be a stalemate there, I would think. They're going to let Anderson wrestle out a 1-point escape there. I thought he had the escape a lot earlier than that. I guess the referee didn't give it to him. There's a 1-point escape just there by Erickson Dale. 2-1 is our score with 8 seconds left in the first period. High crotch attempt by Anderson, nicely countered by Erickson Dale, showing some quick feet. So the Erickson Dale over to Anderson, and Anderson will choose down. And Erickson Dale will ride the left side on the whistle, tries to go far knee, far ankle. Countered with an outside stand-up by Anderson. Anderson tries to hit Dale with a neck wrench. Erickson Dale better lift that thing up. They're lifting to get Anderson up off the mat, and that's going to be an injury. Boy, a neck wrench by Anderson, guys. I'm telling you what, he came down hard on that neck and shoulder. Tried to hit Erickson Dale with that neck wrench, and Erickson Dale lifted him up, and he came down kind of awkward on that neck and shoulder. And once again, our officials stopped that Johnny on the spot there. Let's take a short timeout. Then we'll be back. Jamie will have some meat scores while they tend to Kyle Anderson. You listen to Hold by Hold Wrestling right here from the Well on Eastern Iowa's sports leader, Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Are you building a new home or remodeling? Your search is over. Contact Scott Jones, owner of Mod Squad Construction in Edgewood. No job is too small or too large. Mod Squad Construction, proud to sponsor all area athletes and coaching staff, and wishes them good luck.
Citizen State Bank, your locally owned, community-minded, and customer-oriented bank, is here to serve you. Choose one of their 7 convenient locations in Winthrop, Monticello, Manchester, Ryan, Strawberry Point, Hopkinton, and New Vienna. Citizen State Bank, community banking with people you know, member FDIC.
Willenborg Lawn Ornaments has the largest selection around, including beautiful wildlife and military statues. Willenborg Lawn Ornaments are proud of all area athletes and wish them continued success in tournament action. Willenborg Lawn Ornaments in New Vienna.
This is Jamie Vaskey, the voice of the West Delaware Hawks, and I've had the chance to review the Good Neighbor Society's playbook, and I got to tell you, they are friends in your neighborhood, designing plays to get you home fast. If you need help getting back in the game, contact the Good Neighbor Society Rehab to Home team at 563-927-3907.
Honey Creek Storage has 2 locations for your storage needs, with units now available in several different sizes. Honey Creek Storage wishes all area athletes and coaching staff continued success in tournament action. Honey Creek Storage in Manchester, or check them out at www.honeycreekstorage.com.
And just like that, out of an injury timeout, Kyle Anderson comes up, picks up a very quick 2-point reversal as we are in the second period. It's 4-1 now. An escape by Tanner Erickson-Dale is going to make it 4-2. So I'd like to see Tanner Erickson-Dale get going here.
Well, you're right, Jamie, he does. You know, you can't sit on that, you're in another tight match, and you've got to open up here, open up your offense here, do what you do best, attack low level, finish the shots, get yourself back in this match, get a win here, salt this away for the Mustangs, be the one to get the job done. 38 seconds in counting, neutral position we are. Nice job of, that was an opportunity right there. Nice job of Erickson-Dale snapping down. He's heavy on the head, doing a great job. He's a little tight with the collar tie. As they are ear to ear, needs to create just a little bit of distance there so he can move the head of Anderson. Anderson with a retie on Erickson-Dale. 14 seconds left. Sweep single by Anderson. Oh, boy, on a reshot by Erickson-Dale. He missed the right leg of Anderson. And Anderson's going to have a front headlock on Erickson-Dale. Not what you want to do for Erickson-Dale. That could have been costly there, Zach. Boy, left that elbow up. And I'll tell you what, Anderson almost hit him with that whip over, that cow catcher, and that would have put Erickson-Dale down for the count. Elbows up and arms up are never a good thing, and that almost was very, very costly for the junior from Independence. 1:53 and counting, 4-2 in favor of Kyle Anderson. I'll tell you what, the Erickson-Dale trying to pick up a point here. Anderson trying to set up that Chalice. He steps inside. He's got his right leg up on the inside. He's got his right leg on the inside of the left leg of Erickson-Dale, wrapped around the head of Erickson-Dale, tried to set up that Chalice, rolled Erickson-Dale through, and the momentum kept Erickson-Dale going to his feet, right on the edge of the mat. That's going to do it. They will have to come back to the middle. Hey, you're looking at your third match, your last match of the year. You're down 4-2, 124. This match hangs in the balance right here. It's anybody still to win. Erickson-Dale, nice knee slide to a stand-up, trying to split the hands of Anderson. Anderson with a nice back trip takes Erickson-Dale back down to the mat. There's been a good opportunity for Erickson-Dale to hit that switch on the return. He got his hips out, legs out. Or Anderson followed him nicely. 104 and counting. 4-2 is our match score here. Our dual meet score is still in favor of the Indians, or the Mustangs, 30-15. And still battling, still getting after it here. Off the edge of the mat, back to a restart we go. Nice stand-up by Erickson-Dale. He's trying to split the hands of Anderson, and he does. 4-3. 49 seconds and counting. Neutral position we go. A takedown would put Ericksondale in the lead and salt this away for the Mustangs. 37 seconds in going. Collar tie, hard collar tie by Ericksondale, a retie by Anderson. Short arm drag by Anderson. Almost had a takedown on Ericksondale. 28 seconds. Hey, you got to get going right now. If you're Ericksondale. It's been all Anderson so far. Ericksondale's got to sense some urgency here. You 15 seconds. You need to take down to win this match. 14 seconds, Jamie.
Take down to win the match and the duel, because, you're currently, you're up 15. A win here makes it 12, with two matches left. So this could come right down to the wire, and that's going to do it. It's going to be a 4-3 loss from Tanner Ericksondale, and that's going to make the team score 30-18 with 2 matches left. So the Mustangs still have not secured this dual meet.
Jamie Ericksondale got back to his feet with 30-some seconds left and failed to take a shot. Your takedown away from winning it. You got to sense that urgency. Know how much time's left in the match, Zach, and you got time for one good shot, and you take the lead and possibly win the match.
Got to try something. He separated that whole entire end of that match there, so he's got to continue to go forward and give one shot to win that match.
Well, we're going to move up to weight class 138, and you talk about contrasting body styles right here. Drew Davis taking on a very, very good junior from Washington, Austin Hazlett. He is 41-5.
I believe he's a state qualifier, isn't he?
Yes, he is, Jamie. 41-5. He's not ranked. Not sure why you're 41-5. You would think that would. You could get ranked with a record like that, but you are a state qualifier. Does have a heavily bandaged right shoulder. He's got the compression sleeve on. There's a sweep single by Davis. Tell you what, no 2 points there. I think they're off. Oh, they gave him 2.
Yeah.
No, they gave him 2. That's going to bring Coach Van Wielden up off of his chair. And a 1-point escape.
Penalty point.
Penalty point for...
He must have said something when he was going back to the center of the mat to the referee and gave him a penalty point. Unfortunately.
Well, Coach Van Wielden is going to come over to the score table and talk to our referee about that. Then they called him fleeing the mat or something. Gave him the takedown and gave him the 2, gave him the 1 for fleeing the mat, whatever it was.
I don't think they do both. I wouldn't think.
Both what?
Fleeing the mat and
and
a takedown.
Well, if you're Drew Davis, you gotta tack arms here, tack levers. Tell you what, this very, very long Hazlett, he's got a head and a half height on Drew Davis. Davis doing a great job with the tight waist, and he's got a tilt. He's got Hazlett in trouble trying to pick up a 2-point tilt. I don't think he's got it. He comes right back with a crossface and a cradle. Drew Davis does. Let's see if he can dump Hazlett to his back. He's got it locked up. Trying to pinch those elbows together. Hazlett's trying to scoop the left leg of Drew Davis. And off. He's got it. Drew Davis has the cradle locked up. And there's that slinkiness of Austin Hazlett. Davis, did they give him 2? They did not. They didn't give Davis 2 for the near fall, but they give Hazlett 2 points for the reversal. It's 3-2, 20 seconds left to go here. And looking at that body style of Hazlett, I would anticipate a cradle or cross body right here. And very, very frustrating to wrestle somebody that long and lean. Drew Davis, 9 seconds, trying to get back to his feet here. Nice switch by Davis, trying to get his hips out. Again, that long arms of the law there by Austin Hazlett. Here comes that cross body ride. Telling you what, if you're Drew Davis, you better go neutral, Zach.
Yeah, I mean, I'd almost even cut him every time he even gets on top. He might be able to get some near fall points, but he's just so squirmy. You don't want to put yourself in danger.
Well, they're going to put Drew Davis underneath. Yeah, we'll see if he can score some points here. Cross body right attempt by Hazlett, nice job by Davis as he catches the heel, throws it over the top, back points. Davis with a cross body right in with a cross face. Got a payback on Hazlett here. And Drew Davis now has Hazlett slapped on his back, maybe a fall. Hard cross face by Davis. Now he's arching his back. He's got it hooked.
Close.
I'm not sure. That right arm of Hazlett.
Up on the side there.
Yep. Davis trying to adjust himself and get his chest back. He's in great position. Saying what, you got to keep your hips up. You got to keep that back arched. And he's going to pick up a 3-point near fall. It's 8-2. That was just great action by the senior from Independence. Now hard cross face by Davis. Davis, we're going to call it. 1 point. Called Davis on that cross face. Tell you what, that was a good cross face from Davis. Penalty point. Hazlett will pick up 1. There's a stand-up by Hazlett, lift and return by Davis. Tight waist now by Davis. Head lever by Davis on the left side. Picked up a chicken wing now on the left side. Looking for some more back points. 8-3 is our match score. Our dual meet score is 30-18. Davis with that chicken wing is going to crank Hazlett over. He's got Hazlett on his back. No back points yet. Now the referee's counting. Boy, it looks like almost like a figure 4. Got to be careful if you're Drew Davis.
You're going to get 2 near fall and 2 reversal. So it's going to about remain the same. It's going to be 10-5. Should be 10-5, right?
I think
there
you're right,
it is.
Yep.
20 seconds left to go in the second period. And as you just mentioned, Independence leads 30-18. So if Drew Davis wins or doesn't get pinned in this match here, the Mustangs will win and take home 5th place. And, another thing to mention, the next if they do win this dual meet, that will be Coach Doyle's 300th career win at Independence. So I tell you what, it be that's a sign of a good program.
That's impressive. I can't. You'll have to check. I'm not sure how many years Coach Doyle has been at Independence, but I tell you what, that is impressive in his short career. He's not that old yet, but to pick up 300 wins, that's a great accomplishment. If he can notch it, and no better place to get it than right here. I'm sure he would have been more enjoyable picking up that 300th win in that championship match. But like we said earlier, if you can't pick it up in the championship match, the next best thing is to score it right here. Great single by Drew Davis. Hazlett shot in on a long single, and Davis countered that. Then a reshot by Davis. He picked up the 2 points, 12-5. Throws a cross body back in on the left side of Hazlett, stuffing that head, looking for some points. He's trying to shove the right arm forward, cranking hard on the cross body right, hard cross face now from left to right. Power half Nelson now by Davis, 108 and counting.
2000, Coach Doyle took over at Independence.
So he's been there a short 16 years and picked up 300 wins. That's pretty impressive, Jamie. Nice turn by Davis. He picks up another 2-point near fall, working on a major. 47 seconds, and now if you're Drew Davis, Zach, you got to just keep your head up, keep doing what you're doing, keep yourself in good position, and win this match.
Don't get in a scramble situation here that you can get put to your back. Get comfortable, stay hips down to the mat. Don't get too high. Don't, have your head low so that they can grab and put you to your back here so he can finish this match.
Now double leg now by Drew Davis. He's got a power half Nelson. He's trying to turn Hazlett. Hazlett catches the right heel of Drew Davis and tries to come out the back door. No back points by Davis, but it's going to be a 2-point reversal by Hazlett, making the score 14-7 with seconds left. 7 seconds left, and you're going to get Davis for stalling. That's going to do it. 1 point by Davis. It's going to be 15-7, that last escape. 15-7 gave Davis that major decision. Hazlett just stood up and walked away from Davis, and that gave him a 1-point escape, 15-7 major decision. He'll take that any day. 4 points for the Mustangs, 34-18, and that will salt it away. We've got one match left. And I don't think this is Seth House, Jamie. We'll see who it is. It might be Seth. Spencer Shanka.
There you go.
Spencer Shanka. He's not listed in, it's a good thing you got track wrestling set up here because he's not listed on our program. So it's his first time out on the mat today. He's listed as a junior. Don't know a thing about him. Haven't seen him wrestle at all on the varsity level this year. Maybe he's filled in some tournaments, but we're going to see him right here. He's taken on another state qualifier, I believe. No, not a state qualifier for the Washington Demons, but it's Michael Ellingson. He's a senior at 36 and 11 coming into the tournament. So good quality opponent here for Michael Shanka.
It is, and Shanka's going to come out here and try to throw a headlock after giving up a takedown and picking up a one-point escape. And now he's going to throw the headlock. He's going to pick up a 2-point takedown, and he's looking for the fall on Ellingson. He's not sure if he's going to get it, but I tell you what an opportunistic throw there by Spencer Shanka.
Yeah, that's what we say. You got nothing to lose. You're the guy going in wrestling with no expectations other than to give your best, and he's going to pick up a 2 and 3 out of it. Shanka's going to roll him through. 2 and 3, 5-point move by Shanka, 2-point reversal by Ellingson. And our score now is 6-4 in favor of Spencer Shanka from Independence. Great job to get down here and get to step on the mat. All that practice time pays off, and that's a good thing. This is our last match. Jamie, I don't know, did you get a starting time on this one?
I did not. I was going to ask you.
Started right around 4:30, the longest duel of the day so far for either team. Working on an hour and a half. So they're waiting to give out the trophies, and I'm not sure what they all get down here. 6 seconds left to go, period number 1, 6-4 lead for Spencer Shanka. The Mustangs will take that 5th place spot home today as they are in the lead here 34-18. Shanka's choice, he will defer over to Ellingson, and Ellingson will go down.
Yeah, good first period there by Spencer Shanka. Like you mentioned, he hasn't been in the lineup much this year. He's coming in and filling in for Seth House, and he gets an opportunity here to fill in here, and he's got a 6-4 lead heading into the second period. They're looking for some more as he's looking to tilt Michael Ellingson.
He gets a little high with the tilt. Ellingson's going to pick up a 2-point reversal, and he throws Shanka to his back. Half Nelson, no half Nelson, far shoulder. Now Ellingson throws a half Nelson in on Shanka. Shanka will have to come to a high bridge and try to punch that left arm through. Could be a fall right there. There's the fall. Ellingson will pick up a fall in 2 minutes and 36 seconds. So that'll put 6 up on the board for the Demons. 34-24 will be our final score here, but the Mustangs will win. Take a short timeout right here. Jamie will tally up his sheet there. We'll have a couple of comments, and then we're going to send it back to the station for the rest of the evening. Stay with us for Jamie's recap. You won't want to miss it on Eastern Iowa Sports Station, Mix 94.7 KMCH.
The Edgewood Reminder is proud to support all the area teams in athletic action and appreciates their efforts in the classroom and during sports. Check out all the sports photos in each week's issue of the Edgewood Reminder.
The City of Manchester would like to wish all area athletes, teams, and coaches the best of luck in tournament play. The City of Manchester appreciates all of the hard work and dedication put forth in the gym and in the classroom. Good luck from all of the employees, elected officials, and Mayor Milt, all of Manchester.
TriVet Associates is a mixed animal veterinary clinic with offices in Farley, Dyersville, and Holy Cross. Our 8 doctors serve the Dubuque, Manchester, Guttenberg, and Cascade areas and provide veterinary services to both large and small animals. For more information, find us on Facebook or visit our website, trivetinc.com.
Crop Production Services in Dyersville and Worthington wish all area athletes and coaches the best of luck in tournament action. For all your fertilizer, seed, chemical, and agronomy needs, call Gary or Mike at CPS in Dyersville and Worthington. CPS Team Dyersville and CPS Team Worthington.
Whether it's an orthopedic, sports, or occupational injury you are suffering from, Regional Medical Center Therapy Services has you covered. With a customized treatment program, Regional Medical Center Therapy Services can get you back on track in the active game of life. Regional Medical Center, excellence in healthcare, close to home.
Mosher Family Pharmacy is your specialist pharmacy in Elkader. They also carry special gift items and cards. Mosher Family Pharmacy wish all area athletes and coaching staff continued success. Mosher Family Pharmacy in Elkader.
At Tauke Motors, we believe in a gentler, simpler way of doing business. Check out our large selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, as well as a great incentive at TaukeMotors.com. If you're looking for a new, pre-owned vehicle or service on your current vehicle, come to Tauke Motors, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram on 9th Street in Dyersville.
Cornerstone Family Practice and Guttenberg Municipal Hospital are proud to support all the area athletes in tournament action and appreciates all the hard work and dedication it takes to compete and maintain good grades. Good luck from everyone at Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Cornerstone Family Practice, with locations in Edgewood, Guttenberg, and Garnavillo.
Back in to the Wells Fargo Arena as the Independence Mustangs finish in 5th place here today, as they're just getting announced right now as the 5th place finisher in Class 2A as they defeat Washington, the Demons, 34-24. We started at weight class 152. It was Trey Van Wielden with a 4-1 win over Luke House. That put the Demons up 3-0. At 160 pounds, Jake Jewell with an 11-4 win. That tied it at 3. Then the Mustangs finished with 5 straight wins as Nick Holt with a 1-minute 16-second fall over Bryce Rickey. At 182, it was Elliott Ryan with a fall in 2:35 over Carlton Skubal. At 195, it was Matt McMillan with a fall in 1 minute 3 seconds over Tanner Murphy. At 220, Hunter Crawford with a 7-3 win over Oscar German. At heavyweight, it was Austin Larkin, a 1-0 victory over Mitchell Husinga from Washington. That put the Mustangs up 27-3. Then at weight class 106, it was Garrett Eichert with a 4-0 win over Holden Griffith from Independence. At 113 pounds, it was Jarrett Orr from Independence, a 10-5 victory over Walker Eichert. That made it 30-6. At 120 pounds, it was David Hora from Washington, a 10-5 win over Colin Fischels. At 126, Andrew Waite with a 30-second fall over Jacob Wolf from Independence. That made it 30-15. At 132, Tanner Erickson Dale losing a very close 4-3 match against Kyle Anderson, 9th-ranked Kyle Anderson. That made it 30-18. But sealing the deal for the Mustangs was Drew Davis in a 15-7 major decision over Austin Hazlett. That made it 34-18 in favor of the Mustangs. And then at 145, it was Spencer Shonka from Independence losing by fall in 2 minutes and 36 seconds against Michael Ellingson. That made the final team score 34-24. Some match totals: 1 major decision for the Mustangs, 0 for Washington. No tech falls by either team. Independence had 12 takedowns. Washington had 9. 3 falls for the Mustangs, 2 for Washington. Independence wins 8 matches, and Washington wins 6. As the Mustangs finish in 5th place here today, as that was Coach Michael Doyle's dual meet win number 300. And I tell you what, you ask Michael Doyle about that, and I'm sure he's going to say he's had some good kids, some good parents, and just some good athletes. But he deserves a little credit for that as well, as he's done a great job with this Independence program.
Well, he has, Jamie, and he took over for Coach Brett Adams there at Independence, who did an outstanding job. Built that program up, and it's not easy coming in following a good coach, and Coach Doyle has done that. Built the program up to a consistent contender, and you know what? It's got to be a good feeling. I know he's got a little bit of a sour taste in his mouth because he wanted to be on that front side of the bracket today, but you know, it just didn't happen. You didn't wrestle quite. You wrestled well, but you didn't quite wrestle good enough to get yourself in that position, and that's got to be the lesson learned today.
It really is. And, Zach, you get to see the Mustangs wrestle here for the first time today. And I tell you what, they go for the most part, and that right there is what kept them in that first duel. But that's what won them 2 duels after that.
Yeah, absolutely, Jamie. It was nice watching this. I was really impressed with the moves that they've been working on in practice and probably out there. Is they put it to work today. They got a lot of falls today. That's what you're looking for from your seniors. The seniors stepped up in the matches and the duels that they won today. Unfortunately, they came up a little bit short against Clarion when they're up. Couldn't hold that lead with a very, very strong team that, is going for their finals. So only losing 1 duel match here today. He's got to leave a sour taste in his mouth. I know he wanted that state championship here today, but they fell just a little bit short.
Well, that is going to conclude our coverage here today. You got something else you'd like to add?
Well, you're going back to the hotel now, and your dual part of your season is over now, Jamie. Now you've got to circle your kids that qualified here, your 5 state qualifiers that Independence has. And you've got to gather those kids up, and you got to tell everybody else that's at the hotel that their season's done. Don't be a distraction. We got 5 kids that have an opportunity to come home with some state medals here, and that's got to be your focus now, getting those kids in the best position to do the best job they can do down here, and that's the direction you turn right now.
Well, it certainly is, and that's that's what you look forward to is the rest of the week here as the Class 2A gets underway at 6 o'clock tomorrow night. That's going to wrap it up. We'll be back tomorrow morning with the Class 1A wrestlers starting at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, and then our Class 3A wrestlers wrestle at 2:30, 2 or 2:30, one of those two. As we will be on the air for that. We'll let you know after our coverage tomorrow morning. And then, of course, our Class 2A wrestlers get underway at 6 o'clock tomorrow night. And, of course, we got plenty of action coming your way tomorrow morning in that Class 1A session as we'll bring it all to you for the rest of the week. All 3 of us will be here and excited for some great wrestling action. Want to thank all of our tournament sponsors, of course our regular sports sponsors as well, for allowing us to be down here. And without them, we wouldn't be able to bring you great wrestling action that we get to watch. And we're able to bring you this coverage down here. And without those sponsors, that certainly wouldn't be possible. So we encourage you to please get out there and shop locally. Want to thank Janelle Tucker and Rob Edwards for running the board for us this evening. And, of course, want to thank you, the listeners, for listening to us and staying with us throughout the day here today as we've had an opportunity to watch the Independence Mustangs today and really kick this thing off. That's the good thing about being able to have someone here in the state duels is it certainly allows us to come in here and just kind of get the week started off right. And we certainly enjoy doing that. Don't forget, coming up tonight, 7 o'clock, you've got 4A West Delaware Girls Basketball First-Round Regional as they take on Dubuque Wahlert in Manchester with John Swisher and Bill Logan. So the girls, that'll be on KMCH. So we'll have that game for you here in just a little bit with John Swisher and Bill Logan. West Delaware Girls taking on Dubuque Wahlert in Manchester starting at around 7 o'clock tonight. And then, of course, tomorrow morning, we'll be on the air at 9 a.m., and Session 2 is at 1:30 with the Class 3A wrestlers and 6 o'clock for our Class 2A wrestlers. So I was way off. So we'll get you on the air. We'll have that wrestling action for you coming your way tomorrow morning. For Roger Reed and Zach McCool, I'm Jamie Vasky saying have yourselves a great night. And once again, Independence goes 2-1 on the day and finishes in 5th place in the 2016 Class 2A state duels. You've been listening to Independence State Dual Wrestling Action on Eastern Iowa Sports Station, Mix 94.7 KMCH.
This is Brian Cassidy, Business and Ag